This week on the Jaguar Week in Review, our sports reporters will be talking to wrestling coach Jack Mueller about individuals that will be attending the state tournament. Community reporter Jared Weller looks at BBE technology integration that was put in place 4 years ago to see how far it has come. Elementary school reporter Maria Jackson checks in with the elementary basketball program, and high school reporter Casey Stegman checks in with the school's newest teachers. The Jaguar Week in Review begins now. Good morning, BBE, and welcome to the Jaguar Week in Review. The 6th grade math masters are in Parker's Prairie today with Mrs. Hunter and Mrs. Yeager. Monday, March 4th from 12 to 8 p.m., BBE schools will be holding parent-teacher conferences at both elementary and high school. This week we went to talk to staff and students about the BBE technology integration and how far it has come and where it's going.
Nowadays we are seeing technology more and more in everything we do and everywhere we look. Many jobs and schools benefit from the opportunities offered through the push of technology. BBE is among many schools that has taken advantage of this and pushes to keep it going.
So this is going to be, I believe, our 5th year. The years have flown by. It's when we first started, we were just piloting our Chromebooks and our iPads.
It started out with just a handful of devices that rotated throughout the school. BBE had both iPads and Chromebooks to see which devices seemed to work best.
At BBE, we are never satisfied. We want to keep getting better and better.
Ms. Field and the staff continue to develop new ideas and ways to make the one-to-one learning experience better for both students and teachers. BBE is currently working on a grant for some new equipment and more opportunities for students to learn. Aside from just the devices and equipment themselves, the staff is pushing for more ways to get students out in the community to see how technology is being used in local businesses and to get experience with different pathways.
We have an initiative called Jaguar. We're really trying to move into the hands-on. So instead of waiting till your junior or senior year to get a chance to take broadcast video, we're opening the schedule up for 9th and 10th graders, even to create a slot or two in the schedule.
By allowing students to start choosing classes that really interest them at a younger age, they'll be able to find out more about that path and be able to choose whether it's right for them or if they need to find something new.
The reality is that when teaching and learning situations are very inactive and mostly passive, where you're just sitting listening to somebody, people are going to be distracted really easily.
Getting students more engaged in classes that they really want to be in is very important to Superintendent Patrick Walsh. He wants his students to get the most out of school now so that they will be confident in choosing the right path when graduation comes.
It's a much more convenient and easier way to learn. And I think just having the younger kids grow up with it, I think it'll be a great tool for the future.
Thank you for that report, Jared. Talk to Casey Stegman as he checks in on the new teachers at BBE.
Mr. Waddell isn't exactly from this area, but he does have extensive experience. He has been teaching for more than 10 years in Malacca and Melrose, and coached for St. Cloud Tech, Howard Lake Waverly Winstead, Malacca, and Melrose.
Yeah, I taught at Malacca High School for 5 years when I first started out, and then I was in Melrose for 6 years, and now this is my 3rd school, so it's my 1st year here. So 12 years overall.
Having Mr. Waddell as a new but experienced teacher is a good combination. As we move down the hall a bit, let's ask Mr. Klopacki how he found out about the job opening at BBE.
I was just applying for jobs, and I love the central Minnesota area, and I really like the small school feel, so I figured BBE would be a great opportunity for me.
With Mr. Klopacki having his first teaching job and his experience going very well, now we will move back into the English hall and find out what Mr. Primus expected with his first year teaching at BBE.
I'd always pretty much just been Eric around this area. I played ball here my whole life, so then now I'm Mr. Primus, which is a little different. Now I see kids and they actually know me as Mr. Primus instead of Eric, so I didn't know what to really expect, but it's been going pretty good. So
it sounds like those three have found a job they like and a job to stay at. With the best of luck in the future, let's find out about their favorite things about BBE.
I really like the kids.
And it's just nice to see how much each student likes each other and how close of a group they are.
I like talking with the kids.
It's official. The teachers like the kids, so keep up the good work.
Elementary reporter Maria Jackson met with the 4th grade girls basketball coach Miss Dingman and the 6th grade basketball coach Mr. Langer to discuss how the season is going and met a few of the players.
The BBE elementary basketball seasons are coming to an end with one tournament left. Those 6th grade boys and the 4th grade girls are still working hard to play in the last tournaments of their season. Miss Dingman, coach of the 4th grade girls team, has enjoyed coaching the girls and playing in their previous KMS and Uppsala tournament.
All right, so I have coached several teams in the past few years. Typically, I coach my children's elementary teams. So I've had some experience coaching youth boys basketball, and this year has been my first opportunity coaching girls youth basketball, specifically 4th grade girls elementary. I choose to volunteer coach because it's a lot of fun to build relationships with young kids.
4th grade girls basketball player Jacinta Jackson and her teammates play all positions as improving elementary players, learning all skills needed for any job on the court.
Do layups and free throw shots and other stuff that we usually do.
6th grade boys basketball coach Mr. Langer has been coaching these boys since they were just beginning their basketball careers, helping them to improve as they get older into their middle school years.
I wanted to coach this team specifically because they've been with me since they were 3rd graders. So this is the 4th year I've coached 3 of the boys, and 3 of the other boys kind of came in throughout that period. So that's why I wanted to coach these boys.
6th grade boys team has played tournaments in Bruton and Holdingford and will finish out the season on March 2nd in Kimball.
We have new people in basketball, so they're learning new things and everyone's learning new things.
It sounds like they have a lot of fun. Next, we'll take a look at sports report Thaniel Sabula as he sat down with members of the BBE wrestling team to talk about individuals, state, and what the wrestling team has achieved this year.
The wrestling team has been phenomenal in years past. This year, the team ended their team duel record above 500 at 10-7. The duel season came to a close on February 15th when the team wrestled Long Prairie Grey Eagle Browerville in the first round of Final Four.
Yes, obviously our dual season, our team season ended a little bit shorter than we would have wanted. We went into sections as the number 4 seed, lost to Long Prairie in the semifinals, who's currently number 1 ranked team in Class A and the number 1 seed heading into the state tournament.
The wrestling team's success came down to a handful of individuals that take their wrestling very seriously. Wrestling is different from other sports. Even though the team did not make it to state, some of these individuals that are putting in a lot of work still can make it to state for individuals. The team had 5 people accomplish this.
We had 5 guys qualify. Cannon Swanson, Tyler Bentz, Tyler Jensen, Walker Bentz, and Blaine Fisher. Of these 5 qualifiers, 4 are returning qualifiers. 4 qualified last year along with Adam Yeager and Isaiah Gilbert, who we lost to graduation. But Walker Bentz stepped up and joined them this year, so we've got a solid crew of 5 guys going.
These 5 guys are outstanding wrestlers and great leaders in the wrestling club.
The most impressive thing when you look at these 5 guys and you take their combined record, they're 193-27 right now on the year. So definitely, 5 guys that kind of help keep our team afloat. Those team duels are always a team effort, but these guys were pretty consistent day in and day out. So much deserved, hard-working kids. Looking forward to a fun weekend.
Here we will talk to Cannon Swanson, the number 1 seed at state at 126.
There's some pretty darn good kids in my bracket. I drew the 1 seed, but that don't mean too much. It's just a number.
Wrestling is a sport that involves a lot of mental preparation and advice from coaches.
Mentally, it's just all the time. It's always mental, always thinking about what you can do to get better.
Individual state starts on Friday, the 1st of March, and goes into Saturday. These are hosted at the XL Energy Center in St. Paul. Come support the 5 individuals to help them make history here at BBE.
Thank you for that report and good luck, Jaguars. That's it for this week's episode. Be sure to join us next week when community reporter Peyton Van Beck takes a look at how the school and community are dealing with this year's snow. Elementary reporter Brinley Martell will check out the elementary school music program. High school reporter Tate Lindner will visit with teachers and have been a part of the community for over 30 years. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube or listen to our podcast available on iTunes and Google Play Store. We'll see you next week.